Howdy y'all. Doing something a little different today. I had intended to make bookmarks out of some pressed flowers. Now I got 7 of these books and I pressed some honeysuckles in them this spring, and I had never used aluminum foil before. I had always used wax paper, and I didn't know if it would work or not. So these have been sitting, being, pressed down with some weight all that time, all summer and all fall. So then I checked them, and guess what? It did not work. They are all grody and brown and moldy and yucky. So I cannot make bookmarks out of pressed flowers. So instead, I decided to do something like this, a little floral type arrangement with some of these. I got some really pretty ones. I've had these for years and I've used them for all sorts of things. And I guess they're confetti, possibly sequins, but some of them are quite large and some are very, very small. So I just picked out a few to do a little pattern with. I have a few other things. I was wanting to do the tassels with the honeybees on them because of the honeysuckles, but since the honeysuckles didn't work out, we may be doing something else. And I've got some glittery beads there and some nice tassels. None of the tassels match. Well, a couple of them match, but yeah, these can go on the ends as well. So they're not going to all be the same because I can't do the flowers, but and I've not made these before. This is just an idea I had come up with. So I've gotten some self-sealing laminate sheets, and I have taken one and just cut it in half down the center. And so this is my first attempt here, and we're going to see how this goes. So what I'm going to do is just peel off the top laminate part there. And I'm going to peel this down halfway and then fold it and make my arrangement on here. Now I scored the paper halfway down there like that. Okay. So this is a little wide, but I'm just going to give myself a little room for mistakes. So I'm going to go ahead and arrange the flowers. Just a random kind of way, I guess. And I was really disappointed when I found that the honeysuckles hadn't pressed properly. I don't really know what I did wrong. Could be the paper, it could be that it's just too moist, or the books that I used. I'm not sure. But they definitely did not turn out the way I expected them to. And this is sticking, but not really well. I'm having to press them a little bit. And still, any of them with some shape that are not perfectly flat are not sticking very well. And I can trim this down to size a little later. Okay, that's not quite exactly right, but it's close. I didn't have quite enough of them there. Let's see. What do you think? Maybe one more? Here's a little leaf. Put a little leaf on top. Okay. So they looked a little cramped up there and a little spread out down here. Let me try and get them a little smushed together at the bottom, maybe. add one down here maybe. It's a little bit too big. They're not sticking near as firmly as I thought they would with this laminate. Okay, so since this is the first attempt, we're going to call this good. And these were chosen a little bit hastily after I was disappointed to find that my flowers were all moldy and yucky. Okay, so we're going to call that good. And I am going to peel this paper down a little bit more. And I'm going to fold it back up onto itself. And hope that I get it straight. Okay, now I'm going to use a sponge to smush the air out as I roll it up. So that's working okay. We'll roll it up a little bit more here. I'm trying to make it where you can see. I know this angle seems a little odd, but it was the easiest way I could set up the camera. I'm going to go ahead and take that off and continue to press with my sponge. It's just a clean, dry, new sponge. And I'm just pressing to get the air out. It might actually work better if the sponge was a tiny bit moist, but we're going to go with it like this. Okay. Well, that seems okay for a start. I want to be sure and press around all of these flowers to make sure we get a really good seal. Okay. Now I'm going to trim it up a little bit. And you know, this one's not going to be perfect. This is my first try, my beginning tester, and I may go with something else. I may go with silk flowers, or I don't know, something else for my bookmarks. But these are sparkly and they're pretty from both sides, so I thought they would make nice bookmarks. And the laminate should last a nice long time. So I'm just continuing to press to make sure and get all the air out. Okay. Now, I believe I am going to put the hole for the little dangly part. I guess it's supposed to be center, and I'm going to try and put it through this actual floral piece right here. Try and make it the center of this yellow flower. I believe it worked. It did work. There we go. So I got my hole punched right there. And I've got some nice yellow ribbon here. And we'll get a little bit of this. And I was hoping, let me get this tape off of here. I was hoping to do kind of, put both of them through here and do a little loopy thing. Like that, okay. That may need a little more securing, like maybe tie a little knot there or something. I don't know, maybe a drop of glue perhaps to hold that, something like that. Okay, so now I have my 2 tassels. And I know I definitely want to put, I've got a needle for this. Yeah. I definitely want to put a bee on one and one of these pretty sparklies on one. So put a pretty sparkly, and I think I'm going to go with this nice little tiny tassel. Don't want to get any of the tassel. There we go. Okay, so I got that on there. Uh-oh, this tassel's messed up. Let me try a different one. That tassel came untasseled. Okay, now I want to go back up through here like this. Pull it out. Leave me enough to tie. And, you know, guys, I'm just winging this. I don't really know what I'm doing. I never made bookmarks in Sunday school or anything, so just doing the best I can here. It was just an idea I had that would be a nice little homemade Christmas gift. We make our Christmas gifts every year, and after a little while, you got to kind of get creative to come up with new ideas. Okay, so I'm going to trim that and hide it. I'll probably put a tiny touch of glue on that little knot, and then pull this back up and hide it like that. So there's one tassel. And I have these nice little bees. I love these little bees. They're so cute. Well, they don't want to open here. We'll just open them like this. Okay. So I'll put a little bee. I guess I could, maybe just a bee. Maybe just a bee on its own. I thought it might go through there without the needle that time, but apparently not. Okay, so I want the bee to be right side up like that when it's dangling. So let's see. Like this, yeah. I know I'm upside down, you guys, sorry. Okay. I think maybe just a bee on the other side be kind of cute. I don't want it too much because it's a bookmark. You don't want a bunch of stuff hanging off of it. Just enough to find your place easily and be cute. Okay, let me trim this. Did I do it upside down? I did. Maybe I'm supposed to do it on this side. Oh, I did him upside down. Well, I will correct that later. So I trim that and then secure the knots, and that's going to be my little bookmark. I'm almost out of time, so I'll have to do the bee a little later, but you can imagine what it looks like with the bee the right side up. So that will be my little bookmark. Thanks for joining me, you guys, and I'll let you know what else I come up with as far as bookmarks. And y'all be sweet.